Hey guys, I thought I'd do a quick video after work and probably 7 or 8 drinks. That hey, maybe I should do a video for my channel because I don't post a lot of videos. And van life, you can see that I'm in my van. It's night time, you can see it's not very glamorous in here. A lot of people post picture perfect, glamorous, luxurious videos about how awesome van life is. And I'm here to tell you that you can't live on a beach every night of the week. You can't live in a nice national park every day of the week. When I started van life, I have, quite a substantial credit card debt that I need to repay. I bought this van on a loan, so I have to repay it, and so I have to work a day job or a night job or whatever you want to call it. I do work in security. I do afternoon, evening shifts because, hey, you get the penalty shifts for that. I originally got into security because I wanted to start my own business, and somebody that I knew said, hey, I wanted money, and I said, hey, I want to some sort of part-time job where I can earn money, where they can help me, support me while I build my business. And 8 years later, I'm still working in security and haven't really built my part-time business or full-time business. I got comfortable, so I'm in the process of changing that now. But I work in the security industry, like security guard type industry, and you can earn pretty good money doing it, with penalty rates and extra shifts and whatnot. But it's certainly by no means a glamorous job, and living in a van, as you can see, not very glamorous. So while I think it's certainly possible to live a really awesome life in a van, you can travel to national parks and live on minimal income. For a lot of people, that's not going to be how you start off. It's certainly not how I started off. I'm still paying off my credit card. I'm still paying off this van. And occasionally, it's really raining and you're stuck in a van. And, it's not that fun when it's pissing down rain and you're stuck in a little box. I'm lucky in the fact that I spent money to have, 430 amp hour batteries. So I've got 500 and shit, mental blank. I can't remember what I've got. Wait up, I've got my computer right here. Let's do calculator. So 130 times 4. Whoops. 520 amp hours. 520 amp hours of battery. Which is pretty damn good. So with deep cycle batteries, you're not really supposed to decharge them a lot. So 12.8 amps is considered fully charged. And my batteries have never gotten below 12.5. And I've been lucky enough where I have places where I can charge up for free. And if my batteries get to 12.5, whether it's been raining a lot or in winter where I haven't gotten enough sun, I can just plug in and charge it. But in summer, I found that if I plug in and charge just because I can, during the day I'm getting too much sun, and my solar regulator was cutting out and dropping power from my devices, and so I basically, in summer at least, I've stopped plugging into power on the odd occasion that I can, because I don't want it to drop out because it's getting too much power. I've had a bit to drink, so I don't want to rant too much, but basically I'm just trying to say, hey, those Instagram picture perfect moments aren't necessarily what van life is about all the time. But if you're not paying what, 500, I'd say $250 a week is a minimum in Australia that you can pay in rent. I was paying more than that when I lived in Maruka. I was paying more than that when I lived in Holland Park. So living by yourself in a small townhouse or unit, you can pay a reasonable amount of money. So what I'm paying in car repayments now for a month is what I was paying for a week in rent. Okay, so 1 week of rent equals 1 week of car repayments or van repayments, whatever you want to call it. I'm also been lazy and I haven't gotten rid of my storage unit, so less than 1 week's rent, so say $250 for minimum rent. I'm paying $220 a month for my storage locker. So basically, a little bit less than 2 weeks rent is what I'm currently paying for living in a van with a storage locker, which pretty much everything in there I'm willing to get rid of, but I haven't because I've been lazy. So that's pretty good. Trying to get the lighting better. Now, you can see if you look at this here, I'm sitting on my fridge, my chest fridge. Is it glamorous? No. But does it work? Yeah. Because I don't know whether you can see it because I had to turn it, but there's my laptop. It's really, really good. I did a video recently on my pour over coffee. I can have a nice coffee in the morning. Right here, I don't know whether you can see it because I had to turn my camera around, but there's my work uniform hanging up. I don't have to iron my work uniform. When I do my washing, I'll put it in the dryer, I dry it, I hang it up straight away. I don't have to iron it. But if I do need to iron, I don't know whether you can see this, but there's a power board. There is my inverter. It's at 12.5 currently, so I will charge up on my work connection because it is getting a little bit low. My work PowerPoint. But van life is pretty reasonable. Again, you can see here I've pulled my keg out from the front of the van. I usually have this in the front of the van, the passenger side on the floor. But there's my keg, which currently has port in it, and I've drinking more than I should have. And here you can see I've got 2 bottles, or maybe you can see, I don't know until I look at it later. But I got 2 bottles that I use as my urinal. And most of the time I can take a crap after work, or during the day before they lock off the toilets. I can take a crap at public toilets. But on the odd occasion, probably 3 or 4 times this year in the last 12 months, I have I've gotten my garbage bags and I've taken some paper towel and I've cut it into strips of 4. So basically, if you have a sheet of paper, you sort of fold it in half and you cut it, and then you fold that in half and you cut it, and you get 4 rolls of toilet paper. And you basically do that a few times to get your toilet paper. And then with your garbage bags, you've got one that you've done the deed in, and you kind of tie it up and fold it over a couple of times and put it in a second bag, fold it up and turn it over a couple of times. And then, I don't know whether you can see it, but that grey wall on the other side of that in the front of the van, as close as I can put it to the front, I throw that in the front, spray some deodorant around to deodorize the van, and in the morning when I wake up, I go to a bin and I throw my human waste away. And you might say, oh, that's disgusting, how dare you do that, you dirty van dweller, you. But is it any different to somebody taking their dog for a walk and taking the dog droppings? Is it any different to somebody who has a baby and their nappies, putting their dirty nappies in the bin? I really don't think so. So yeah, I mean, occasionally I've gotten to the point where, I was desperate for a crap and public toilets were locked up, and 24-hour Maccas, they don't necessarily let you walk through there 24 hours a day. So they're locked up and they're like, oh, we're only doing the drive-through. So you pretty much have to take your crap in a plastic bag. Is it glamorous? No. Is it desirable? No. But that's van life. It's not Instagram picture perfect all the time. And I just did this video because I felt I should do a video. I'm trying to be more proactive. I'm not a social media tell everybody my life kind of guy. But hey, I'm posting a video. Hopefully you like it. If you do, thumbs up, comment, all that kind of good stuff. And I'll try to like your comments. I'll try to respond to your comments if appropriate. And I'll see you in the next video.